Okay, so we are going to rehouse my c.darlingi, my rear horned baboon. This is a female and she's over here in this corner. I'm rehousing her because this housing is just not appropriate. She seems to just sit up there on like a little web mat, and so I'm going to try and rehouse her if she will cooperate, that is. She doesn't always cooperate, so I'm just going to try and move this over and see if we can get her into the catch cup. Oh. Well, I just moved that, didn't I? And now she's gone back under it. That's really frustrating. Okay, so let's continue to try and get her into this catch cup without her going absolutely mental. Let's try again. She's fairly fast and aggressive. Oh, and she's out. You can see her run across the screen now. And she's off. Okay, so let's go and get her. Okay, so here she is after chasing her around my living room racking system. And that's not going to work at all. I don't know what I'm doing here, so just ignore the stupidity that you are watching right at this moment. And I got her. Here she is. She's under the net. And the reason I use a net is because when I've used catch cups in the past, I did have one accident where I accidentally caught the abdomen of a spider and it unfortunately died. This was a long time ago, but even so, I prefer to just use a net because it's softer. So let's see if we can have a nice look at her now. Okay, so hopefully putting her in here will be a lot easier and more simple than taking her out was. Just going to give it a little shake. Oh, and okay, that was easy. And as you can see, she's already gone straight down into the burrow. You might be able to see her little butt sticking out. Okay, so now we're going to rehouse my h.maculata. I never see this one, so it'll be interesting to actually lock eyes on this one. I'm hoping that by rehousing it into a slightly more arboreal sort of setup, that I will see it more often, but I'm not holding out much hope. These guys are notorious for hiding away, which is a real shame because they are absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to remove everything that's in here first. And see if I can actually find this tea. I know it's alive because I've been feeding it and watering it, and I occasionally see some little toes, but it's been a long time since I've actually seen the entire spider. Again, this is a fast spider because it's an arboreal spider. They do tend to be faster than most, but that's fine. I'm kind of used to these rehousings now, and so far, I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you watch back in my previous videos, I never seem to have any real issues when it comes to rehousing. I guess I'm just super lucky in that manner. Okay, I've spotted the h.mac. Now I just need to try and encourage it to go up and not up and out of the tub. You can probably see some little toes down there moving around. It should come up any minute now. Let's just remove that out the way. And let's see if we can just encourage it to come up now. Here we go. So I'm not sure if this is male or female yet, but here is a nice little clip of it. Stunning spider. And now we are just going to rehouse it. And after all that fuss of getting it out, it is now going to be super lazy and it needs a real good nudging from me to get it out. As you can see, it's just in the bottom, and it's not really wanting to move. It's doing what I call the pokey stance, even though it's not a pokey. Pokies have a habit of laying flat. That's just a lie flat, leave me alone, you can't see me, don't poke at me. But unfortunately this little one has got to come out whether it likes it or not. So we're just going to continue to push and push and push until it finally comes out. Moving on to my Chromatopalma Cynopubescens, which is the green bottle blue tarantula. Absolutely gorgeous. Got to be one of my favourites, I must admit. And again, just rehousing it because it's looking a larger, large for this enclosure. And when it molts, I want it to have the space to actually be able to molt. I do not want it to, have a difficult molt because it's small. Oh dear. Okay. So we're not happy today. So we're going to use the catch cup instead of the nudging method. Because these have got great feed response, and as you could see when I touched it with my tongs, it tried to bite. So we won't be messing around here. We'll just, there we go, slowly nudge it over using the catch cup, and that was a super easy rehouse. And as you can see, it's got lots and lots of anchor points. We've got anchor points over in the corner. We've got some sphagnum moss, and we've basically just got all these points where it can web up because they are major webbers. So lastly, we are now going to rehouse my P. murinus, my OBT, juvenile. Not sure of the sex of this spider yet. Look at all that amazing webbing. Again, I'm just rehousing to save me doing it when it's larger. I've also got a lot of spider new arrivals arriving this week, and I just wanted to have some free enclosures. And I just thought it'd be a good idea. I know that this one is due a molt, it has stopped feeding, so again I want to be able to just move it into an enclosure so that it's got much more room. So I'm going to try and attempt to get this one out. They tend to be really fast and fairly aggressive. Mine is not so aggressive, mine is just more very skittish at the moment. So let's just give it a little poke so that it goes up into the glass container. Okay, there we go. That was really easy. Easiest out of them all for an OBT. And there we go with its little fat bum. I can't wait for this one to molt. I can hope that I can sex it this time. So pretty. And such a fat bum. One of my favourite tarantulas, this is the OBTs. I want to collect them all the different colour forms. So there's Tet, and there's just so many. So here we go. Here's the new enclosure, slightly larger. There's some anchoring points for webbing, but there's also a small burrow that it can use. And again, some sphagnum moss, which is good for humidity. So give it a little tap, and we will just get the tongs and we will just try to gently give it a little poke to come out. And there we go, it'll come straight out, no problem. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up if you did, and thank you for watching. Oh, and remember to comment something below. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you.